Tennis is a racket sport that can be played individually against a single opponent, singles, or between two teams or two players each. Doubles, each player uses a tennis racket that is struck with cord to strike a hollow rubber ball covered with a felt over or around a net and into the opponent court. The object of the game is to maneuver the ball in such a way that the opponent is not able to play a valid return. The player who is unable to return the ball ability will not gain a point while the opposite player will. Tennis is a widely popular outdoor game which is being played in all regions of the world. Tennis was first played in the mid 19th century in Birmingham, England. It has several variations in how it's played which include lawn tennis, table tennis, etc. Similar to cricket and soccer, tennis is physically demanding sport. In this essay on tennis in English, how the sport influences one body and the effect it has on their bodies and mental health are discussed. General rules of tennis. First, a ball must land within bounds for player to continue. If a player hits the ball outside of bounds, this results in the loss of the point for them. Second, players' teams cannot touch the net or post or cross onto the opponent's side. Third, players' team cannot carry the ball or catch it within the racket. Fourth, players cannot hit the ball twice. Fifth, player must wait until the ball passes the net before they can return it. Sixth, a player that does not return a live ball before it bounces twice loses the point. 7. The ball hits or touches the players that counts as a penalty. 8. If the racket leaves the hand or verbal abuse occurs, a penalty is given. 9. Any ball that bounces of the lines of boundary are considered good. 10. Server must bounce first before the receiving player can return it. Equipment of tennis. First, racket. A racket is comprised of a handle, a frame, and strings that can bound in criss-cross weaving pattern. A racket's frame should not exceed 32 inches in length with a handle no longer than 12.5 inches in width and a surface no more than 15.5 inches in overall length or 11.5 inches in width. There can also be no object or device on the racket except for ones that prevent vibration and wear and tear. Second, ball or ball tennis. Ball is white or yellow in color for tournaments with measurement of 1.5 to 2.58 inches in diameter and weight anywhere from 2 to 1/16 ounce. The elasticity of the ball, elasticity of the ball and the uniform outer surface are also determined by approved specification. Scoring of tennis. Points. Smallest units of measurement points. Measurement from love of play 15 to 30 40 Games consist of 4 points each and is won when a player reach for 4 points with the placed a 2 points advantage. Sets. A set consists of 6 games and is won by the player's team who reaches 6 games first with less a 2 points lead. Advantages set. If a game scored of 6 over 6 overall 6 is reaches as advantage, set rules are used. A player or team can only win a set with a 2 games lead. Matches. Matches is usually played as best of 2 or best of 5 sets. Use occurs if a score of 40 is reaches. In order to win the same, a player team must win 2 consecutive points in order to take the game. The player wins 1 point, they have advantage, but if they lose the next point, the score returns to reduce. Tie break game. If game score of overall 6 is reaches at tie break, set rules are used. Player must play a tie break game in order to decide who wins the set in a tie break game. A player team must reach 7 points with a 2 points advantage to win. For the serving format of a tie-break game, player 1 serves for the first point, player 2 serves for the next 2 points, player 1 serves for the next 2 points after that, etc. Physical exercise. The new normal, a guide to playing tennis. First, the rules. This is the rules of tennis. First, 2 players per count maximum unless 1 household. No indoor courts. Second, no on-court pitches. Net wonder removed. Third, no sweeping of articular clay counts by players. Third, use your own clearly marked balls. Fourth, no handshake or high fives. Fifth, no drinks after play. Clubhouse bar shut. The venue, it was very quiet and the unspoken message is doesn't hang around. The LPA guidelines allow clubs to keep basic facility that toilet open. That of Camberg Town Tennis Club in South London had like minute choosing to shut its clubhouse. Player must show up no more than 10 minutes before the season has leave, probably afterwards. The court pretty much the same spec player, which is have been removed along with net winder to ensure as few surface as possible to touch. The artificial clay had not been swept of the preceding players, as normal etiquette would require. LTE guidelines suggest that drinking is now done by one nominated club member. All players should leave the facility immediately after play. Other helpful info. Tennis is played properly can be great opportunity to relieve stress.